Hi all, it's been a while, but I've been reading intensely. And what I've been reading is Game of Thrones, Book 1, which I've told you, but maybe forgotten because it's not that big of a deal. It's a huge book, as you may have noticed. It is almost 800 pages. But it's a good book. And I've seen all of Game of Thrones that there is. And a lot of my friends have said that, oh, the first season is almost like it's just a replica. The book is just a script of the entire series for the first season. And they were pretty much right. There's not a lot here that is not in the first season. There's some like backstory and something that's explained before than in the seasons. But it's still worth to read it. Some of my friends said that, you know, the first book is exactly the same as the first season. The second book is pretty much the same. So some of them recommend like, oh, just start the third one. That's when everything's changing and everything gets exciting, that kind of manner. But I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, I've read some of Game of Thrones. Some of Game of Thrones? Yeah, you know, I skipped the first 2 books. Whatever. That would be so wrong. That would be like skipping 9 in Doctor Who. You can't just do that. You have to follow through. So therefore, I decided I'll read it. And now I also on book 2. So that will give me a good read. And so it will take me a little more time until I come with the next video, obviously, because I have to read now almost 900 pages, which is lovely, but I've heard that now it's becoming a little more changes in the book. And another fun fact about this book, I was reading this book in a cafe, and I was having some coffee drink, and then it spilled. So it spilled right here. I was like, oh darn it, you know, I spilled the book. But then also it's like, oh, it gives it the kind of feeling, you know, it's my book now. And it turns out that when I came to that spot in the book, it's that moment. It's that dreadful moment. And I thought it was kind of funny, if that kind of thing can be funny. And speaking of which, I am a huge fan of Starks. Like, they're stupid as fuck. Really. But I love them so much. And even though I knew it was going to happen, I kept on praying and be like, you can do it, you can avoid it, oh, listen to all these people, there's so many ways to get around it. I was like, oh, come on, yeah, it's always gonna happen. And then it happened anyway. And I felt so tricked. I felt so fooled. And it was wonderful. So, what I just wanted to say is that even though you've seen the TV shows, you can still be so involved. You think that you can change the outcome of the book by just reading it. So I got so involved, and it's absolutely worth reading it. So even if you know everything in the TV shows, it's still worth to read the book. Because it's a whole different feeling. You get a whole different aspect on the characters. As of Jon Snow in the TV show, he wasn't really my favorite. He was okay, like, you know, he was good looking and kind of cool. Especially with Ghost. Ghost is awesome, obviously. Direwolves. Hello. But in the book, you get to know him a lot better. Because Jon Snow is a thinker. And you can't really portray a thinker on a TV show, or you have to talk. Because you can't really imagine like a reader in the background of Game of Thrones just saying what Jon Snow is thinking. That would just be really weird. So, in a book, that's portrayed a lot easier. So you get to know him and his thinking, and damn, that kid. Absolutely. Like him a lot more. And personally, the Catelyn Stark chapters, so annoying. That was me. And a colleague of mine. she thought it was gone. That was really annoying, because she messed everything up. First of all, I'm not gonna spoil everything, but yeah, she's the one who messes everything up, and that's kind of annoying. But yeah. So that's my review of Game of Thrones, or A Game of Thrones as the first book is called. And I got this cover, and the bookstore I was buying it in only had that cover. But in my bookstore, we also have this cover, which I really like a lot more, because it has a 2 number. Ta-da! And it looks pretty, and it's softer in some way. It's really nice to touch. Well, this one is just, you know, plasticky. Which is cool, you know. They're both cool, but they don't really fit as a series, you know? So I was thinking, oh, well, I can't change it now. I can't just swap this one. Oh, I want the other cover. Because that's not going to happen, because I spilled it, you know? And I read it. So, I guess just have to be like that. I'll have to buy the rest of this series, so I'll get all the numbers. It will look nice when I put it in my shelf. And then I can just have it there. And if it turns out it just annoys the crap out of me, I'll just buy it again. Buy it in the right cover. So, if you wondered, that is not really the old cover, but this one is from 2014. So that's why maybe if like you hadn't seen it or just seen it, it is new. Brand new. It's pretty cool. And the whole series is pretty cool, obviously. Everybody's heard of Game of Thrones. Everybody should know of Game of Thrones. To wrap it all up, first book is good. Pretty much just the same as season 1. But, you know, you get a little bit more backstory, and the whole, for me, first time I watched Game of Thrones, the whole family tree, so confusing. It's got a family tree in the back. Plus it's got a map in the front, but that was really helpful for the north and everything. But they didn't have after Jadesea, where Daenerys is. So that was kind of confusing, but maybe I just read the map wrong, or I'm just playing out stupid. But anyway. Oh yeah, obviously. Daenerys Targaryen. My moon and stars. She's lovely. And yeah, her character development is pretty awesome. I'm rooting for her. Her and the Starks.